Can you guess where I am right now? How about now? Now? Okay, if you haven't figured it out yet, you clearly haven't been watching the series. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Untitled Minecraft Let's Play Season 2. I don't blame you for failing at least the first couple tests there because I've been busy. Been hard at work on my storage room here, all off camera because I figured it wasn't anything worth watching. But I'm pretty proud of it. You know, we're getting some definitely distinct roofs. I just built this one. It has nothing. Like, it's just, there's nothing under it. But, you know, it looks like there's another roof there. And it helps mix things up from just the granite. Still need to do that in other places. Yeah, here is the big ol' skylights on the top of the wood tree farming area. And this is of course our main big room here. But not only have I been busy up here, I've also been busy inside. You guys are going to be very proud of me. Everybody's been saying, why don't you do interiors? Why do you never finish your builds completely? And to that I have to say, because it takes a very long time. I think I've said this many times before, but over the past couple days, I've been working on interiors. And I'm not just talking about this little ceiling here, although that is pretty nice. I've been working on this. I've got a couple, well, I got a few rooms to show off, so we're just gonna, you know, go from like, I don't know, we'll just go in here first. So I did this like door design. It's like this big sliding kind of barn door thing. It's supposed to be like the rail up there with these mangrove, because I thought I had a bunch of mangrove, so I might as well use it. But if we come in here, we've got this beautiful hallway. Isn't this nice? I forget where, it was some Hermitcraft video, but yeah, these, you put these leaves as like a border on wool and it looks like a nice rug. So we got like these rugs, some really nice floors, a bunch of paintings and couches and plants and all sorts of nonsense. We've got like this little interim entering area thing, which is pretty nice. Then we have another hallway here with like a desk. We've got like a, I really like this painting, by the way. I don't know when they added this, but it's my new favorite. You got a little couch here. I want to get a TV put there. We've got like this little bookshelf area here with a little ladder so you can climb up and get your books off the top shelf. And we got this little statue dude here that I think is pretty cool. These shelf designs, or not shelves, drawer designs, they're kind of, I don't want to say overdone, but they've been done a lot. Item frame with an anvil in it. Sign on the top. Actually, I could do that. Oh, never mind. No, I can't. Just to make it look like there's a drawer front there. And then we enter into our other hallway. I kind of wish I would have done more with the walls in here, because there's still just like a lot of spruce walls. But, I don't know. These were just already up. I didn't want to bother with messing with them. You know, in there I did birch, which looks pretty nice. In here we've got the cherry wood floors, and then I've got the stripped cherry wood here with some more leaves around it to make it another big rug. And I really like this one. These ones are like double doors. It's like on either side. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but that's what I've done. And we've got this really cool asymmetry coming through here. I've got the rug is pushed off to the right, and the lantern's coming right over the top. That looks pretty cool. Got another desk there. I did this little trapdoor thing going up the walls. That looks interesting, I think. And we've got this little area. I thought this was pretty clever. We've got the painting with the cake. Okay, I think that's a sunflower, and then a pot. But I have a cake, a yellow dandelion, and a pot there. So you see, it's like art imitates life. Isn't that smart? Over here we just got, I don't know, I was just throwing stuff together. We've got like a storage cabinet there, and then like this here. Before we go into, we're gonna save that room for last. I want to show off in here. This is still a pretty big work in progress. I got the roof done. I'm gonna do like some arches spanning across, you know, for support. So yeah, this will be done at some point. But yeah, you know, this is where we grow our trees, and I want to get some like some more storage figured out in here. Maybe have like, I don't know, you'd be able to come up and be like, oh, this is obviously birch wood storage because there'd be a birch tree growing here, and then I have like an acacia tree, an oak tree, you know, that sort of idea, so I can just see the tree and then have the wood right there. That's the idea. And then through here, I need to get some signs put up. I'll do that whenever I finish this room. Through here, we have our little nature room, which is not just a nature room, but a nature storage room. I'm also realizing right now that I probably shouldn't have put anything there. Because the idea with all these new buildings that I'm building on this perimeter, which this is, by the way, this building, the brick and sandstone building. My idea is to have each one of these buildings have like a different storage in them. So this one's going to be all the nature stuff. So all my dirt and leaves and whatever else nature stuff. So of course we've got this nice little mix of wool and moss here on the floor's rugs. We've got a little mixture of smithing tables and smooth basalt for this floor pattern. Of course, we got another little couch area, some little plants on these paintings. I need to put one there. It's pretty nice. These banners are just temporary. I had them hanging up somewhere else, and I don't like the way that they look. I just sort of threw them together because I thought it would look good, and it doesn't really look the best. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a circus tent. I don't know, maybe I'll find some place to put them. We got a little table here that you could work on your plants at. There's just all sorts of little things. I need to get some moss to put back there. Mix it up a little bit. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this space. It's a big open, I don't even know what you would call this, but this area is just open up here. I'm going to have plants and lanterns hanging. They're going to go all the way from the top and come down to the middle here and hang above here. And I think it'll look pretty good. Nothing in here. This just wraps back around to there. But there are stairs here now, so that's an improvement over the last episode. And now we come back down here and we move on to the main event. Are you ready? This... it may not be as impressive to everyone else, but my favorite color is blue, and so there's a lot of blue in this room, so it's my favorite. This is my bulk stone storage room. Not like stone and granite and andesite, no, just regular stone. Because, I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I've got quite a lot of stone. And there's some more over here, and in these barrels. I imagine that this whole room, every single barrel and chest will probably be full of stone at some point. You may be asking, what's the point of all this stone? I just wind up with a lot of it. And, you know, there's nothing more satisfying than filling up an entire room of chests with garbage. So, there we go. We've got a birthday cake here. It's not my birthday, that was last month. But, you know, we got a birthday cake here. I had a flint and steel, I was gonna light it. It's fine. Little plants and stuff. We got all these shelves for our mob heads to be displayed, which is nice. We finally have a use for them. I also went ahead and got some of the stone mini blocks. We mixed them with the wandering trader heads up there. This is really dark, isn't it? It feels really dark. Yeah, we've got, you know, zombie, husk. There's like more wandering traders. I have a lot of their heads. There's another one. I think there's another one on the others. No, that's a stone block. A phantom, which that's the only phantom head I have. You know, a bat. There's this guy's off to the side. Scooch him back over. We had to use an armor stand here. This is the posable armor stands thing. I think it's just in vanilla tweaks now, which is awesome. Yeah, so that way we can have one here and on the top shelf. So it's a big brain move. There's of course just some more pots, some beautiful wall art here of stone. Because stone. Up here we have, I thought this was kind of clever. I mixed in some stone with a silverfish head. And then down here it's pillager heads in stone. So they're kind of similar. And that's pretty cool. I do have some signs up, like this is to the natural storage room. This obviously says to the main storage hall. You come through here, this says bulk stone storage. There's a stone there to denote that. I'm really happy with this place. There's just so much. This is with the, I forget what it's called. This one, Sage's Mannequins, is the resource pack that I used to get these guys, and I guess I can't take the head off of them. Anyways, they have like all these different things. You name a name tag, and then you can change it. So like I just named one stone, it makes it into stone. I use it over there to make like skin colors for people. at the restaurant. I'll be using it more whenever I put down more people. I might honestly, once I get this whole place finished, there might be some armor stands just hanging around in here, just to add some more life. Like have a couple sitting here on the couch chilling, you know, maybe have some people over here getting some cake. But yeah, this is what I've been doing between episodes, and I'm very happy with it. I am super happy with it. Obviously, we didn't get that one up there done. I don't think I'm really gonna mess with that unless there's something that I specifically want to do. I've been really enjoying just playing Minecraft recently. Whenever I really start enjoying it again, I always like to start doing a lot of interiors, so. There's also plenty of beds around my base now, so I can just sleep. And also doing this has definitely solidified this place as my base. Like, obviously the whole... Oh man, I messed up my rug there. Sorry, drawer, you gotta go. It's a sad day, but my rug is a lot more pressing matters. Also, I just want to brag on Mojang here for a little bit. The way that you put these down is awesome because they're directional. If I'm looking this way, it starts going there and starts wrapping around. But if I'm looking this way, it goes like that. So you can really get some interesting patterns going with these leaves. Maybe that's not the pattern that I should be making. But yeah, I really wish that there were more things like this. Like, obviously it's great to have these leaf litter, but I'd love to have like just ones for all the different types of leaves. I know it would be a mess and a nightmare, especially since we have terrible inventory management. But just imagine, if you will, instead of having dead leaves, what if they were like all the different types of leaves? So you would have that color, you would have pink, you would have, you know, all the different things. And I know they aren't too different, but there's some of them that would be really nice to have. Yeah, like they call the pink flowers that grow in the cherry groves, like they call them pink petals, but they're not petals, they're flowers. But if they were actually petals and you could lay them down like this with the directionality, that would be awesome. But we aren't going to be spending our day in here, as nice as it is and as much as I don't want to leave. We're actually going to be going back outside and working on our flower shop. I haven't just been busy building that, although that has taken a lot of time. I also went out and I found some wildflowers, which you can bone meal these to get more of them, and I found firefly bushes, which I had 4, and then I used a stack, so that's... it was... I'm honestly surprised I found any. We also have our banners here, yeah, and then a bunch of wool somewhere. Because the flower shop is going to have, obviously, banners. It's going to have a bunch of rugs in it, so, we had to get a lot of wool. I hope that I have all that we need. I really do. Usually whenever I say something like that, we have more than enough, but with the wool, I genuinely don't know. But it's probably about time that I stop talking and showing off random stuff. And, yeah, we should probably get into building this flower shop. And then after we build the flower shop, we're gonna build a little park behind it. And who knows exactly how far out that way it's gonna go. It's gonna go all the way up to here-ish. It's gonna butt up to this. There might be like a walking path, like alleyway maybe? I don't know. Probably not. We'll see. But this is gonna be like the first park in Gambavina, of which I've planned nothing out. I have no idea what we're gonna do. I have a basic idea. If you remember the forest that we did over there, it's gonna be that sort of vibes, except it's not gonna be as tall of trees, but the same sort of ground covering that we did over there, which is like coarse dirt and podzol and moss and stuff. We're bringing some life in because, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like having nothing but buildings, so it'll be nice to have some more trees and stuff. So yeah, buckle up, maybe grab a bowl of popcorn and an ice cold Pepsi. Not sponsored, but I wish. And get ready for a time lapse. I believe we have some undesirable people up here. Yep. Yeah, I see you guys. You'd think they'd stop coming around. I mean, I've killed so many of them. Now you're gonna die to fall. Yeah. Go ahead and add this to the collection. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed that time lapse. I have done a little bit more on the inside of the building just to get it all finished up. And I've also done some work on the outside, just all of the detailing stuff that needed done. After messing around in creative, I found out that the top of the lodestone block really mixes in with these as well as these blocks. So we've got some of those mixed in here. I'm probably going to continue doing that on all the sidewalks, which means that I have a lot of sidewalk work to do, which I'm not looking forward to, but we'll get it done in segments or just in places that we want it to be. Here we have flower power. I'm sure that based off of just this alone, you can tell who has moved into the city. Yo, what's up, Green Gang? It's your boy Samson, and we got something special going on today. So me and Bro were walking through town and we realized there was this old building there, and I was like, dude, we could totally buy that and open up a shop. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, dude, we could totally do it, dude. We did it. Come on, I'm gonna show you. Come check this out. Let's go, dudes. Here we are, dudes. I'm standing here. Oh, I gotta point that camera up. There we go, dudes. Flower power, man. That's what it's all about, man. We got this thing all dripped out to the nines. Come check it out. There's this really ugly spot on the wall here. We just put up some flowers banners here, and that's done the trick really good. You know, I always believed if you can't fix something, just cover it up with something pretty. And here's the insides, dude. You know, Brad was all like, dude, we gotta do something about this wallpaper. I said, no, dude, it's classic. I don't know what this is all about. So if y'all ever come to Gambavina, y'all need to come into town. We're right across from the courthouse. And you can pick yourself up some flowers. We got all sorts of stuff. Look at this one. We got this one. We got blue. We got white. We even got yellow. We got red. We got all the colors, dude. That's all, dude. Not even to mention, dude, look at this beautiful park that's right behind us. Heard they're building a gazebo over there. Gonna be building a pond or something. It's gonna be great, man. I've heard they even got some of these apartments for rent over here, dude. So come on down to Flower Power and get yourself some flowers. And hey, maybe you could live here right next to us and we could be best friends. You know what I mean, dude? And one last thing before we go, dudes. Happy birthday to my boy Jacoby. I heard you turned 18 today, dude. You know what that means? You can start driving all the way around the city. And hey, you could come eat some of this cake. Maybe. Actually, ask your mom first. Where am I? Alright, with that out of the way, I can finally show you guys the interior of this thing. Also, I didn't design those, but they look pretty good, right? The little sunflowers, the flower power. I thought that was pretty neat, right? We got some more of these here. But if we go inside, it's a mess. In my mind, this was like a movie rental shop at some point, maybe, or something that would explain the tacky wallpaper. Got a bunch of flowers in here, and we got a bunch of rugs. We got like a nice sunflower rug here right in front of the door, which is pretty nice. This was like a peace sign, and then I put pretty much everything over it, so you can't really tell. It was like a peace sign, Anyways, that's what that is. This is just some colors. This was like a globe, and then this is just like mossy stuff. And also, I got some cactus flowers. I don't know if you guys saw the cactus farm I have going on out there. Had to set that up real quick just to get some cactus flowers. I think this is a pretty neat little place here. I mean, it doesn't really serve a purpose aside from looking nice. But yeah, I just tried to put in as many flowery stuff as I possibly could. If I had some of those spore blossoms, I'd have those hanging from the ceiling, but I don't have any, so. This is also the first time I've used these copper bulbs, and they turned out pretty good, I think. They blend in nice with the ceiling. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy. But we aren't done. No, we are going to go behind the building now. And we're gonna try and figure out a little park. Now, I think it would make sense. I really wish I would have put a back door on this thing. Maybe we'll put a fake one on, I don't know. But it would make sense if they had like a little back alley place, right? Like businesses usually have like their own little alley space for like garbage cans and the like. So I want to figure out something to throw up there. And then we're just gonna have the park area back here. I believe I said it last episode, but the idea is to do what we did way over there. I don't even know. You can kind of, yeah, you can see the spruce trees back behind that building. We did like podzol and coarse dirt and moss and all sorts of cool stuff for the floor of that forest area, and it looks really nice, and so I want to bring that over here as well because I really like the way it looks, and I've already made it once, so I don't really have to worry about figuring out anything else. And I'm gonna get some more work done on this and meet you guys when I got some progress. Okay, we've got a little progress update here. I've been actually working for quite a while, a few hours, and this is all I've managed to accomplish. But most of it was not on just placing these blocks, it was actually on figuring out a design for this over here, which I'm still not sold on, but it's coming together. So I've got, in the free cam, I've got a basic idea of the pathway I want to go through here. There's going to be a gate there and there, and they're going to kind of meet up and go this way. I've also figured out just a couple of lengths there for our diagonal. Yeah, this is kind of the idea. I was thinking about putting like maybe a little pond here. As you can see, I've got these growing, and I probably could have spaced them out a lot better. But that's just to spread the podzol because I ran out. Yeah, this is what we've got. I'll show you guys this as well. This is what took up the bulk of my time, was just trying to figure out a better way to do this, because since I put this wall in, I wanted it to just sort of be a placeholder because I wanted to have a pathway up there. I think this is pretty decent. I don't know. I don't know. I think the diorite might be a little bit too much. We'll see. I've also had lots of problems with these dudes. So yeah, up next, while I got these growing, I'm gonna go ahead and put in these couple little areas that I got here, I'm gonna put in some of the coarse dirt and some of the moss and stuff, and then we're gonna get the trees lined out. I will see you guys when I figured it out and done some more progress and that stuff. Yeah. Alright, I've got another update for you guys. This one's probably strange because I'm in the trees. I completely regret placing down all these trees. It's been a nightmare trying to take them down. Especially since I didn't need them to grow podzol, because obviously I was taking up podzol to put down the coarse dirt. So I was kind of just replenishing my supply of podzol, so now this is all just kind of a big mistake, and yeah, it's been a pain in my butt. But we've got this amount done. You know, it is kind of nice to get an aerial view without using the free cam, but it's just not as useful. This is how much we've gotten done, and yeah, would have been a lot more, but I've spent probably half an hour on these trees already, so that was a mistake on my part. But this is the idea I've kind of got for our little pond so far, and now it's raining. If only that could fill up the pond, right? I think this is looking pretty good so far. I mean, it just looks patchy, you know, once we get everything else in. This is just another one of those projects, so you have to get everything in for it to really start looking good. I'm just kind of stuck in these trees until I get them all cleared away so I can finish the coarse dirting. Already got quite a bit of spruce wood, so probably won't be needing to harvest any of this anytime soon. Just grabbing some water buckets to fill in the pond. We got all the trees cut down and all the texturing in for the dirt, at least. We still got to come in with moss and rocks and trees and stuff. Then I got the pond roughed out, and this is going to be controversial. A lot of you are probably going to think it's dumb, but I think I've come up with a pretty neat looking palette for the bottom of it. Here we go. They may be saying, why is there wood? Why is there so much wood? Was this a shipwreck? No, this is just we don't have like mud slabs or dirt slabs or anything, and spruce wood is close to dirt and mud, and once it's covered with water, I think it'll look really good. Now the controversial bit, I think, will probably be the amount of trapdoors, because it also kind of looks like mud, you know, and it's even smaller than the slab. But I think this should look pretty good. It might look completely dumb. I'm gonna grab a bottle and turn this into mud as well. And there's gonna be so much like lily pads and stuff like on top of this, like you probably won't even see as much of this stuff. So yeah, I guess we should probably just get started on, I don't even know where to start, honestly. Okay, that's filled in now. That's a decent sized little pond, I think. Maybe? And we can like scoop up some, I don't know, fish would probably die in there. Probably best just to not put anything in there, but yeah. Also, we're around the beacon now. That's temporary. The beacon is also there temporarily. I've had people say, oh, you should do this or that with the beacon, but I don't think people understand. It's not like a decoration. It's for the haste. I'm not locking it down to one thing, dude. Okay, so now what do we gotta do? We gotta do rocks, we gotta do moss, we gotta do trees, we gotta make paths to this and probably around it, like probably just path over this because yeah, I'm not sure exactly how far out it's gonna go this way, but this is the progress. We're one step closer, so join me when we're yet another step closer right now. Alright guys, it is time for the final reveal. I probably should have done like 1 or 2 more progress updates between the last one and this one, but you know, you get into a flow state and you just gotta keep going. And as you can see behind me, it is nighttime because we got fireflies flying around, and well, that's because I've put quite a few firefly bushes in the park. So I think this will be the best way to look at it. Just hope that I've lit up stuff appropriately so that it doesn't blow up all my hard work. And as you can see, we've got these little these fences up. I got a design that I think works decently. You know, this is just whatever. There's nothing in there. You know, if we come through here, this is I would say, I don't know if this would be the main park entrance or not. I don't know, I feel like it's not grandiose enough, but as we come in here, you can see all of these beautiful particle effects. I just wish I had some spore blossoms to add even more. Yeah, we got the leaves falling, you got all the fireflies, and I just went buck wild, man. I had it in, there's firefly bushes, there's the wildflowers, the pink petals, there's bamboo, leaves, moss, there's like all sorts of different stuff. There's rose bushes, some sunflowers. I'm still not 100% happy with it. Like, I feel like there's not enough, you know. I feel like I'm looking through here and I can see building really easily, so I feel like maybe there's some more that I could add just to sort of help with sight lines. Yeah, over here, this goes to the other gate. Oh, I also got some cactus flowers down. Yeah, lots of flowers. Yeah, there's the other gate. Come through here. I also threw in this, I forget which mod I have, or not a mod, it's a resource pack that makes Saplings have like a second growth state visually, and obviously for dark oak trees, they can't grow with just one of them, so with that mod it gives kind of a nice little extra bush type thing to look at. Now here's the other gate. This goes to this walkway, which is, you know, still not 100% done, but that's pretty cool, I think. And then we come up to the pond, which isn't done yet. I don't have any lily pads, and I need to get lily pads, but I don't have time today to get lily pads, and this is the last day that I have to record, so we've used moss here on top of these like slabs and stuff so that it's floating on the water. And I think that looks pretty neat. We got sugarcane as well. I was able to trade for a couple sea pickles with the wandering trader, so that was nice. Now the beacon is obviously temporary, it needs to be moved. We also still need to keep the park going that way some more because I don't think it's big enough, and we've got, you know, we've got a lot more that we can push out that way, so we'll probably do that. Here's where the what do you call it? Like, it's not a, I think I called it a pergola earlier. No, it's a gazebo. We're gonna be putting a gazebo here, and I don't have a design for that made just yet. So this is like part 1 of the park. There will be part 2 of the park, possibly more. I'm happy with it. I think especially with all the fireflies, it's very nice. I feel like it's just not dense enough with trees. I feel like you can see too much of the sky whenever you're walking down the path, so I have to figure something out. Might have to do some custom trees, or I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. I also thought maybe I could put some fences down. That might look neat as well. Make it day and go into free cam just so you can get sort of an overhead of this. It's just, it's not thickly packed enough with leaves and stuff, I don't think. Also, I've only used spruce wood or spruce trees, so maybe adding in some more trees would be good. I'm happy with it though. I think this is a really good place to stop for now. Honestly, I think it might be a little bit better during the day. I don't know. The firefly particles are nice and stuff, but I don't know, it is nice to see everything in the daylight. There is still a lot of stuff that I want to add here. Like, I want to have park benches because I think that would be really nice just to have some benches. I thought about putting like a little dock just so you could walk out. Oh, now I'm in the water. Just having a little dock that you could walk out and stand on. I don't think there'd be any fishing here, but you know, I'd be feeding some fish. Like if we had catfish, that'd be great. Maybe I can just put some like salmon or something in here. I don't know. It's cod, right? Cod are the gray ones, right? I don't know. Those are just some ideas I had. I definitely want to do park benches somewhere. Because right now it's more of just like a nature trail, I guess, which is fine. But, you know, I think once we get the gazebo in and get some benches in, and I'm able to do some more work expanding it, maybe actually look at some reference images for parks. I think another reason why I want to expand it is I would like to have like an actual entrance, like a main entrance to the park, like over here somewhere that has like a bigger gate, and the parking lot would be good. Like I think I said this in a previous episode that we don't really have any parking lots, so it's kind of like hard to get a good idea of the scale, and I've completely neglected to do that yet again. So I think we'll definitely do that with like a main entrance. Gotta extend this road down, which means I've got to carve this, but that'll be good because that will give us an idea of stuff. Like I said, I wanted to put the church up here. I'm definitely gonna have to grab just like the rough outline of it that I have now and plop it down just to get an idea of where exactly it's gonna go. But that is definitely going to do it for this episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe and leave a like and comment something. Maybe comment flower power, or I don't know, that's lame. Don't comment that. But do like and subscribe. Don't comment flower power, that'd be dumb. Comment like something cool, like I don't know. Gosh, I need sleep. This is not good. This is a horrible outro. But you know, we're good. This was cool, and until next time, happy gaming and God bless, and yeah, goodbye.